Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Monday, the 20th of March, and it's another good green day from me here on Day Trade with Tony. So we traded a few things today. We traded pre-market with, we've traded one stock pre-market on the small accounts. We managed to make $2,800 on that. And we've traded across the day, three stocks on the main account. So we made $7,700 on the main account. Now, pre-market, we made just over $2,000 trading. So let's kind of rewind a little bit. What's going on? Unless you've been kind of living under the rock for, I say living under the rock, maybe his wife will have something to do with that. But unless you've been living under a rock for a couple of weeks, you're probably aware that there's been a bit of a banking crisis going on globally. And it started off with Silicon Valley Bank collapsing Friday week gone, followed very quickly by New York's Signature Bank. And we've got a couple of others that are teetering on the edge, such as First Republic. We've also got Silvergate Capital. There's a whole bunch of banks that are having a bit of a crisis, a bit of a liquidity. We've seen them taking absolute tanking from a share price point of view, and Europe wasn't going to escape the contagion either. So Credit Suisse, the bank from Europe, last week found itself in a little bit of trouble. The stock price was diving, and it found a buyer over the weekend. So that came out, and we got a buy over the weekend. Didn't stop the price from tanking. So the price on Friday closed a little over $2 a share. And when I came to the desk, it was less than $1 a share. It was kind of around 70, 80 cents. So Credit Suisse are down about 50% from where it closed on Friday. And it seems as there is no end to the contagion at the moment. So Federal Republic on Thursday, you may recall, if you didn't go check out the trade recap from Thursday, you may recall got news of a liquidity stroke cash injection from JP Morgan and Chase, etc. And that sent the price skyrocketing from kind of mid-20s per share up to $40 a share. Well, as I'm recording this right now, it's under $13 a share. So that initial pump from that cash injection orchestrated by the US government has not really done much help to First Republic in terms of share price. In fact, it's actually less than what it was when that news came out. So we've traded New York Community Bank. We traded that first on the small account, and the reason for New York Community Bank moving up is they've actually been able to enter agreement to acquire some of the assets from New York Signature Bank that collapsed a couple of weeks ago. We traded UBS, who are the bank that's agreed to buy Credit Suisse for a little over $3 billion. Those two on the main account, those two, we've got 2,800 on the small account with New York Community Bank, and then we traded that for another 350 pre-market, and we got 1,600 from UBS. So just under $2,000 on this account coming into the open. So then we traded First Republic Bank. It seemed to be making a bit of a bounce, and it moved up, and as it started to make its move up, we got into a halt. Massive gap up on resumption, and as it started to pull back, we just exited for a nice tidy profit. We traded it later in the day as it pulled all the way back and then started to make it move back up again. So we traded it later in the day. We've got almost $6,000 on First Republic Bank alone today. Let's talk you through where we entered, what we did, and how we did it, and then what I'll do is I'll tag the trades onto the back of this recap as well. So our first trade that we took today was with UBS, and what had happened is it started to move up towards $18. It's been moving up well. It actually sold off initially, made its a little bit of a pump, and then sold off on the news of Credit Suisse, but then it started making its move up. It's making a move up nicely, and as you can see here, went all the way down to like 1550. Then it started to make its move up nicely, recovering to try and go green on the day. And that initial tank was the fact that it was actually acquiring Credit Suisse, which just goes to show it's acquiring another bank. But maybe that would have been bullish under a different kind of climate, but the market just reacted negatively to it. But then it started to make a comeback. Once it started getting up to $18 here, I watched it break $18, but I still wasn't convinced. So I waited for it to come back and test 18 as a support, and then break new highs. So that's what happened here. I got in here, was able to take some profits, add to the position, take some profits on the way up, added again up at the top, and then as it started to pull back, we got a pretty much break even on this, maybe a little bit less than break even on this one, but the profits all the way were more than covered it. So that was our first entry there with UBS. Made $1,600 with UBS. After UBS, we traded New York Community Bank, and again this was pre-market, but it was coming into the open, and I didn't really want to hold it at the open. So I'll show you where we got in, and you can tell me. We had this pullback, nice little doji here, kind of the gravestone doji, and as it broke new highs here, I was looking to get in straight away, but ended up I didn't pull the trigger quick enough, so I got in here. We had a bit of a consolidation at that point. I'm kind of thinking I don't really want to be holding this at the open, so if I'm able to get a profitable trade out of this, I probably will do. So as soon as it started to make its move up, I think I got 10 cents on the first exit, and then coming up to the open, about 30 seconds to the open. So I just exited up at the top here, and managed to get $350. So it's a nice base hit, and that was effectively what set us up. So I'm glad that I didn't hold it into the open, because as you can see, we had a bit of a flush down. For a slight move a little bit higher before then a big flush down, and it kind of didn't really do much else for the rest of the day. It ended up moving a lot lower. So it went down to kind of about 820. It's currently trading at about 860. So that was New York Community Bank. And then we traded FRC, so First Republic Bank, and this had been selling off pretty much all day. If you look at this, it was down at kind of 19s again. It made a move to kind of 15, started to make its move sideways, very choppy pre-market, and then we had what's known a bit of a dip and rip. So coming into the open, a little bit of consolidation, not really doing much, then a bit of a dip below the VWAP before it ripped up. I got in here as it broke the opening range high. So we had the opening range high 1920, 1925. So I got in for new highs here, added up at the top of this candle before going into a halt. And this candle, it closed at 1981, so that was at the top, 1981. But this candle resumed at 2159. So it's almost nearly $3 up. So as it pulled back, it pulled all the way back down. I didn't pull the trigger quick enough. I should have I was trying to get a sell, but it actually pulled down and flushed really quickly. And then it moved back up again. As it started to break new lows, I just got out and for the rest. So I took half off here and then got out for the rest as it started to break new lows. So this actually right now is trading at 12. So this was up at like $19, $20. It's sold off so hard the rest of the day that it's down at kind of 1240s. It pulled all the way down to later in the day, as you can see, had this huge sell-off. Hard to borrow, short sale restriction, so it wouldn't have been easy to take advantage of this. But then it bounced at a kind of 1150, and started to make its move back up again. And I got in as it started to get to 17. I got in a little trade here and got out again as it started to break new lows here. So that was another 1,000 on top of that. And then I traded again a little bit later here as it started to make its move up. I got in here, took some profits, and then as it came back down again, I got out just as it broke. It kind of went red on the day. So that was me done for the day. And 17. I think when I took the profits off here, we were over $8,000 up, and gave a little bit back on this one here. So look. You can't judge the tops and bottoms every time, but that's essentially today's trading on the main account. We've had a really good, 7,700. The goal is 6,000. We've got the 2,800 from the small account as well. So across the course of today, it's a $10,000 day, which is a phenomenal day. It's twice what I was looking for on average the whole of last year. So March is my best ever trading month. And it's just getting better and better. We've got two weeks left yet. We've got this week and next week. So let's have a look at where we are on the statistics here. So as you can see here, there's just the one red day in March so far. We've now put a 10-day green streak together, and we've had some really big wins in that 10 days. 25k on Thursday the 9th, followed by 34k on the Friday. Had a 42k last Monday. In fact, all last week was really good, with the exception of Friday, was really good and over goal. Friday, we took a couple of trades. One, we did $800 with Charles Schwab. There was just no volume. There was no volatility. It was one of those tranquil days. It was, if truth be known, it was probably a no trade day. And I managed to get two trades, one on the small account, one on the main account with Charles Schwab, and $800 each. So that was Friday. Not much else to do. So $10,500 today. Where does that put us on for in terms of the year to date? We're averaging over $8,000 on a daily basis, and that includes February, where we didn't really have a great month. But we're almost. I'm looking for 1.2 million net, 1.5. So we're almost a third of the way there after less than a quarter of the year. So after 3 months, we should, in theory, be about 360 gross, and we're 440 gross. So we're way over goal pro rata on the year. Let's look at the month. My best ever trading month coming into this year. And was 173 last year, or 170k, 175k January, my best ever trading month. Had a blip in February. It was difficult to trade in February, and then we've had over $200,000. Over $200,000 in March, my best ever trading month. Why is it my best ever trading month? Well, it's this banking volatility. I've been able to take advantage of this banking volatility. So let's just have a look at March and let's have a look at, in particular, this last week. So if I look at last week alone, I'll filter that out. We can see 94, just shy of $94,000 last week alone, gross. So you put that into context. That's almost a full month's trading in 1 week. It's averaging of nearly $19,000 a day. It's just unbelievable. That it really is. It's just phenomenal. If that was, I wasn't even making that in the busy bull market of kind of 2021. So I've got to be absolutely stoked with the way that's panning out. So let's have a look at March as a whole. Best ever trading month, $15,000 average per day. And that's because of last week. This banking volatility. Look, it might be a catastrophe for customers and depositors of Silicon Valley Bank that it went out of business. But I'm laughing all the way at the bank. It's one of those. I normally would say laughing to the bank, but obviously the bank's gone bankrupt, so I'm laughing at the bank. The statistics, 3 out of 4 trades going my way is no different this month than what it normally. Actually, 2 out of 3 is probably what it has been over the last couple of years. K ratio, risk versus reward. If you recall, this time last week, I took a massive risk. Ended up getting good reward, but the risk was far outweighed the reward. So that's bringing that slightly down. Looking at kind of performance by hours of the day as well. Yeah, it's March is looking really tasty. So look, I'll tack on the recordings of the trades that I've taken today. I'll speed them up so you're not waiting around and through halts and things. Look, if it helps you with your own trading, great. If not, then entertainment purposes only. So entertainment and education purposes. If it's going to help you, that's the education, and if you just enjoy watching it, that's the entertainment. If you want me personally to help you with your trading, then check the links in the description. You can actually buy time off me, or you can sign up to the Day Trade with Tony course and get a mentorship from me as well. I'm happy to. I'm not saying that I am some kind of guru or anything. I can impart my knowledge and be a mentor. I wish that I'd had a mentor back in the day when I started. I would have lost a lot less money, because this trial and everything, it can be an expensive tuition. So look, I'll be doing it again tomorrow, an hour before the market opens. So come join me. I'll be going live and streaming live for 90 minutes after the bell, as well as the last hour of the pre-market session. So it's 2.5 hours in total, starting at 8:30 market time. That's 12:30 GMT. If you're in any other time zone, I'll let you work it out for yourself, but I'll do it again tomorrow. In the meantime, enjoy your evening, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Yeah. Take a position there. Let's see if it goes green. If it goes green, I'll add to the position. Let's see if this attacks the $0.25. We hit 18.20. We're up at over 8. I'm just going to just add to the position there. Break of the $0.25. Let's see if it can't. There we go. Lock in 500. That's a good start to the day. Goes red again. I'm out. So 18.20 is my cutoff. It wasn't so much to take the leak and quit my job. I didn't actually quit my job. I lost my job due to the pandemic. But for the pandemic, I probably would not have got into day trading. Brandon. Let's see if we can't get the $0.50. Fucking a little bit extra there. Nobody goes broke taking profits. Yeah, it was. So to be fair, I actually made more money on the crypto side of things to start off with, but that was just luck. I hadn't a clue what I was doing in crypto at the time, but that was just luck more than anything. And I just the equities market for me was I understood it better. Okay, so this is moving well. 20 cents on the 30 cents on the share. I'll lock in a little bit of that. Move my average cost up. So 18.50 is where I get out. $0.50, break of the $0.50. Comes all the way back. I traded New York Community Bank on the small account earlier. Got over just over nearly $3,000 on that. So I'm over goal on the small account. Did say if it broke. Yeah, I'll get out there. It broke the $half now. 1,600 to start on this account. Looking at New York Community Bank here, making a little move. So let's see if we can take a position for the break of 9 and the retest of highs. Let's see this up at 912 is the high of day. So yeah, just go into my go into the link tree that's listed in my profile, and you'll see. You can check all those out. Now, if you do check out Benzinga and sign up, I will be transparent. I do get a kickback, but also use my discount code. You get a better price. So everybody wins. They get a new customer, you get a better price, and I get a kickback. So it's an affiliate link is the Benzinga one. But I'm not recommending Benzinga because I'm an affiliate with them. I'm recommending them because I use them daily, and without them, I think I'd probably be lost. Benzinga's fantastic. It's a fantastic tool. Win-win, absolutely, triple win. So this is coiling at $9, flat top. Not quite breaking out yet. Get 10 cents. I'll take a little bit off. And also, it dipped as I pressed the sell button. It's just ain't that just the way? I took half the position off just as it dipped. So. At 350. All right, come out of that. Always limit orders, particularly pre-market. I didn't want to hold that into the open. It's bouncing back. So if you're brave enough, the range is huge. If you're brave enough. Well, if you bought the dip, you might be in. You might be okay. That's it's a whole dollar range there, $1.50 or whatever. I don't like to try and buy the high here, but if it's 1950. You want to see this? I put $20. That's halted to the upside, just as I bought and doubled up. That's not quite halted yet. Hang on, it might be a false halt. Let's see. So there we go. That's halted. It's halted to the. It should have resumed if it was a 5-minute halt, but this one's been unpredictable over the last. It's been having 6 and 7-minute halts. Oh, there we go. Massive gap up and a pull down. So I took half off as it pulled down, and I want to see if this move continues to move up for the other half. No stops in place at the moment, but I could be over goal right now. Massive gap up. With my stop. move this stop up as soon as it gets above 21. If it does, I'll move the stop up to 2050. Otherwise, I'll leave it at 2025. I'll leave it at the $0.25. If I get stopped out, I don't mind. It's a nice profit. Up the K. Leaving this stop up, making incremental gains this on this one. Hey Ukulele, good to see you again. Stopped out. Okay, nice 3,500 on FRC on that move. That was nice, if I do say so. Still got $500 more to get to goal on this account. I'm already over goal for the account because I've got the 5,500 there. Oh. Stop in place. Oh, we're making good.